get you what's happening in the opposition camp. From blaming EVMs to calling the Maharashtra verdict a defeat of democracy and the entire country, to calling the results manipulated and unacceptable, and now going a step further and even blaming the former CJI, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. The Mahayuti landslide in Maharashtra has triggered a meltdown of mammoth proportions in the Agadi camp. The Uddhav Sena seems to be the most affected because not only have they been reduced to just 20 seats in the assembly, they've also managed to clock a vote share of just 10%. Uddhav Thackeray's right-hand man and Shiv Sena UBT MP Sanjay Raut, after penning an editorial in Samna Mouthpiece where he called the Mahayuti's victory a lie and said Modi, Shah, Fadnavis, Shinde wanted to sell Mumbai and Maharashtra and that is why they rigged the results. The same man is now going on to say that D.Y. Chandrachud is responsible for the election outcome and that history will never forgive him.
महाराष्ट्र का जो चुनाव हुआ और जो नतीजे आए हैं वो बहुत ही चौंकाने वाले नहीं, बहुत ही शॉकिंग है। ऐसे नतीजे आने की उम्मीद किसी को नहीं थी। उसके लिए जिम्मेदार अगर कोई होगा महाराष्ट्र की जो नुकसान हुआ है वो जस्टिस चंद्रचूड़ है। चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया के पद पर बैठे व्यक्ति जिसने समय पर अपना निर्णय नहीं दिया, अपनी जजमेंट नहीं दी डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन के बारे में, तो इतिहास चंद्रचूड़ साहब को कभी माफ नहीं करेगा।
We have Nilesh joining us live. Nilesh, till yesterday we heard leaders of the UBT, the Shiv Sena UBT, blame the EVMs, call the results rigged, and launch a tirade of sorts against the entire electoral process. And today they have found a new target. This time they are going after the former Chief Justice of India. So what is the Shiv Sena UBT strategy? All these complaints are coming in, the tweets are being fired, the editorials have been written in Samna. But what is the next strategy? Are they planning to complain further, challenge the verdict further? What are they planning to do? Please unmute yourself, Nilesh.
Apologies. After the results, it was completely shocking for the opposition that how Mahayuti seats with such a massive number. And since then, you can see how it is being attacking the Mahayuti alliance. PM Modi is constantly being targeted by the senior leaders from the Mahavikas Aghadi. And now you can see how instead of introspecting, the Mahavikas Aghadi leaders are now seen attacking the former CJI, that is Chief Justice of India, Mr. D.Y. Chandrachud. Sanjay Raut, in time and again, have been putting out differences over his and into that of the CJI. The verdict that has not yet come onto the party symbol and the name that is given out to CM Shinde and his leaders, calling it all unconstitutional. However, we can also see that how various tweets and messages are being given out by the Mahavikas Aghadi leaders, mentioning the internal rift that was one of the primary reasons for the defeat that Mahavikas Aghadi had to face. However, such statements being made somewhat explains the frustration that is seen currently by the Mahavikas Aghadi leader. Now, what is even more concerning, that questions are being raised onto the mandate of the voters. This is for the first time in a democracy like India, wherein the voters are respected for their vote shares. But in the first time, Sanjay Raut goes on stating that the mandate is not acceptable. It is unbelievable that people of Maharashtra will be voting in favor of Mahayuti alliance.
Right. Do stay with us, Nilesh. Let me take this also to Arunil, who's joining us. He's been tracking all the hectic parlays that have been taking place in the NDA camps today. But let's talk about what's happening in the opposition. Arunil, you've been pointing out that it's the Congress and the Sena UBT that have been complaining about the results, that have been raising questions on the EVMs. Now you also have Sanjay Raut of the Shiv Sena UBT who's trained guns at former CJI D.Y. Chandrachud. But it's the NCP Sharad Pawar faction that has not really, concurred with everything that the Congress and the Sena UBT is saying. So is a rift now also playing out within the Agadi over the way they're approaching the results?
Well, Sagarika, good afternoon to you. Till now, with respect to the Mahavikas Aghadi is concerned, it was only Sharad Pawar who was acting as a glue between these two warring factions, warring parties, one can say, because these two were traditional rivals, the Congress and the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray particularly. It was Sharad Pawar who brought them together. Now, considering Sharad Pawar is not at all reacting post the election debacle, he has not given out a single statement. His daughter Supriya Sule has also not spoken out till now. It seems like the Congress and Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena have upped the ante against each other. We have seen that how the Congress party is directly blaming Uddhav Thackeray, saying that Sanjay Raut was extremely aggressive during the seat sharing meetings that took place. And that is why this massive defeat has taken place. Solapur seat example was given by the Congress party. Here, Priyanka Chaturvedi again taking pot shots at Praniti Shinde, the MP from the Congress party, saying that just because the Shinde family, that is Sushil Kumar Shinde and Praniti Shinde, they supported an independent in Solapur. That is why the Mahavikas Aghadi candidate, Uddhav Thackeray's candidate, lost over there. Obviously, you also pointed out that how the vote difference of the independent candidate as well as the Mahavikas Aghadi candidate, they could not match up with the local Mahayuti candidate that was been put forth in that constituency as well. But blame game has clearly started with respect to the Mahavikas Aghadi is concerned. And this silence of Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule is even more worrisome for the Mahavikas Aghadi future.
No, it's very interesting the way things are panning out right now. So, one, obviously the blame game, the targeting of the EVMs and the EC and the institutions is happening. But when it comes to, like you said, Arunil, the future of the Aghadi alliance itself, is that going to stick?
Well, that is again an interesting thing to look into, because they actually did not believe this kind of a massive decimating defeat for them. This is a complete rout for the Mahavikas Aghadi. During the seat sharing agreements as well, the meetings that were taking place, there were differences that were coming to the fore. We have seen Sanjay Raut, Nana Patole time and again speak against each other. In fact, when the Congress was defeated in Haryana polls, Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena via their mouthpiece Samna had taken out a massive attack at the Congress party. Now, whether the two factions will stay together after this debacle, one can say, that is again an interesting thing to watch out for. Again, I'll repeat, it was Sharad Pawar who was the glue between these two traditional rivals, ideologically different parties. Sharad Pawar's silence is worrisome for the MVA party.
And if that in fact happens, and like you're pointing out, Sharad Pawar's silence, no comments from the Sharad Pawar faction, and both the UBT Sena and Congress are now taking pot shots at each other. If at all the fight escalates and the alliance in fact is threatened, what will happen to the political future of Uddhav Thackeray? That is also something to be watched out for. Do stay with us, because we have some more reactions coming in. It's not just the Sena UBT, like we've been pointing out, viewers. There are leaders of the opposition who have been talking about how the entire results in Maharashtra, where you saw a huge mandate for the BJP and the Mahayuti alliance, how that has triggered a meltdown in the opposition. Leaders of the Congress too are raising questions. Let's listen into those reactions that have come in so far.
मैं प्रधानमंत्री से बड़े अदब से कहूंगा कि जिस तरह हरियाणा के बाद महाराष्ट्र का चुनाव हुआ है और जिसके अंदर आपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जितने कैंडिडेट्स लड़े थे, 2-4 छोड़ के सब जीत गए हैं, ऐसा देश के अंदर कभी नहीं हुआ है। आज महाराष्ट्र के अंदर भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीती है, भारत हार गया है, लोकतंत्र हार गया है, संविधान हार गया है। ये सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जीत हो सकती है, देश की जीत नहीं है।
साहब, झारखंड, जम्मू कश्मीर बाई इलेक्शंस, जो असेंबलीज जिनके मैंने नाम लिए, उनको जिताकर वहां लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड देकर हमें जीतने दिया जाए, ये इस उम्मीद के साथ कि उसके बाद हमारा मुंह महाराष्ट्र में बंद हो जाएगा, माफ कीजिएगा, मुंह बंद नहीं होगा।
ये लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड जो होता है, जो बार बार चुनाव आयोग इस शब्द का इस्तेमाल करता है निशाना बनाकर टारगेटेड तरीके से, ये लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड महाराष्ट्र में बिगाड़ा गया। कोई षड्यंत्र है कहीं भी हमें हराने का?
हा निकाल अनाकलनीय आहे आणि याच्या मागचं गुपित हे काही दिवसामध्ये तर शोधावं लागेल. काही जण म्हणतात की हा ईव्हीएमचा विजय आहे, असूही शकतो.
पण एकंदर जे निकाल आलेत ते जसं आम्हाला किंवा तुम्हाला देखील वाटत होतं, जमिनीवर ऑन ग्राउंड वाटत होतं, तसे जसे अपेक्षित होते तसे नाही आहेत.
वो ईवीएम सुबह वोटिंग के दिन सुबह 7 बजे से लेके शाम को 6 बजे तक चली थी. उनकी 99% बैटरी निकलती है और वो 99% बैटरी जहां जहां निकलती है उसमें मेरी जो सामने वाली उम्मीदवार हैं उसमें मेरे से उनको डबल वोट मिल रहा था.
Now, in his victory speech yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi targeted the opposition for being out of sync with reality and for not even accepting people's mandate.
साथियों, इंडी वाले देश के बदले मिजाज को नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं.